All right. So good morning. And you're joining me outside this morning. Some time outside of the city. Um, a little getaway. So today you will need your yoga block. That's just about it. And we're going to continue our work with IAP, intra-abdominal pressure. Okay, we're gonna add on a little bit today and go a little deeper into the spine, even into the pelvis. Okay, we are starting on our back, so let's start down. And go ahead and put that block in between your knees. Arms just by your side for now. And just pause and let yourself settle into the earth. Becoming aware of the spine on the ground, the feet that are touching down, the natural position of the pelvis. And here, we're just going to begin on our inhale. On our inhale, finding spinal extension here. The tailbone tilting towards the ground. We're creating that space in the low back. And maybe even getting the neck involved, lifting the chin up towards the ceiling. And so you'll notice here the ground is in the way. Like we can't fully extend, right? We know it feels like, oh, we have so much more space, but we can't go anywhere. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, allow the spine to round by tucking the pelvis, chin to chest. You keep the booty relatively on the ground. We don't have to go into a bridge, not yet. And we'll do this a few times. Inhale, extension. Notice how like the shoulders press into the earth, the chin wants to lift, tailbone presses in. Exhale. Chin to chest, low back flattens. When we do this, notice how like the weight of the shoulders gets a little less heavy on the earth. Go one more. Inhale, extension. Exhale, flexion. And gently let that go. Okay. We're going to reach the arms up now as we tap into this IAP breath. Right. Remember, when we breathe in 360 directions. Okay, and we breathe out. Out the mouth. Squeeze your block. Give me a little tuck of the pelvis so that waistband is tight. Really reach up through the scapula so you can feel them pulling away, feel them pulling apart from the ground. Take a breath in, 360. Exhale, blow it out. This really allows the ribs to drop down. 2 more rounds of breath like this. Exhale. Maybe on that one you felt the knitting in and down happening of the front of the abs. One more inhale. Exhale. We're going to try to keep everything the same here. That connection, that knitting in. Take an inhale. Hover the knees over the hips. Exhale. Continue that knitting. Maybe the shake has built in already. Exhale. One more round of breath. Try to stay with me here. I'm going to send my knees to the right and send my arms to the left slightly. See if we can keep our breath. Keep our knit. Really hug the left rib cage down. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Stay with me. Come in through center. Inhale. Exhale. Connect. 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 We other side. Legs go to the left. Arms to the right. Exhale. You're going to feel that right rib cage a little bit more, that right oblique. Really reach through the right side. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring it back to center. And drop it down. Press into the arms. Tuck the pelvis under. Let's start to peel ourselves up one little piece at a time. Coming into that bridge. Allowing the front of the chest to open. The front of the hips. One more breath. And slowly bring it down, thinking of that segmentation, piece by piece by piece by piece. Remove the block. And we're going to flip on over and around to our tabletop. We are going to need our block here. And I'm going to put the block under my left knee. So I'm still on my tabletop. It's going under my left knee. And I'm keeping my knees in line with one another, relatively here, okay? So we feel cockeyed. We feel definitely uneven. And what we want to do is use the hip and the pelvis and the femur here going to work together just like they work when we're walking, when we're lunging, when we're squatting, when we're running. Okay, so I'm gonna use my arms, take a breath in. Think of the same breath we were just working on, that 360 inhale and that powerful exhale. So I'm going to take a breath in. Think of sending breath towards my back body, not just in front of me. Exhale. I'm going to blow all the air out as I hug the right femur up in it. So my knee is off the ground. And pressing into this left side. Inhale. I'm going to let it slide down. And what am I going to do as I exhale this time? Try to press this knee into the ground. And see if I can hug the left thigh into the hip socket a little bit more. If it does not lift off the block, okay. But what I don't want is our whole body to kind of twist open, okay? We want to really think about like this pelvic area, mainly, and this low back area. Exhale. We switch. Hugging the right side up and in. So we're going to feel that lumbar spine rotate, the pelvis rotate. You're also going to feel your left hand get heavier into the earth because your ribs want to rotate here as well. Inhale, lower down. Exhale. Try to press more. More, more, more. See if we can get a mini hugger of the knee from the block. One more time. Exhale. From here, we're going to hold and breathe and see if we can hover the right foot off the ground as well. You're really going to feel your left ab wall. Exhale. You kind of hug it up and in. One more round of breath. Don't let your head sink. Exhale. Inhale. Lower it down. Okay, we're going to let that go. And before we go any farther here, okay, before we do the other side, we're going to lift the feet, rotate them to the left, drop them down. You walk the hands to the left a tiny bit. Let's take a breath in. Find your spinal extension. Exhale. Tuck in round piece by piece. So we're slightly off kilter here in this little C shape. Inhale, extend piece by piece. So we're working on some lateral flexion today. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale one more time. Super. From here, I want us to walk this right hand to the left even more. Think about hugging your left and glutes together. Left hip or left tail is gonna like squeeze itself to the left. So we're really kind of squeezing the left side of our body to open up the right. And you can come onto the left forearm if you want, if it's too much for the hand. Or I actually like staying up on the hand. And we're just gonna breathe here. Reaching the right hand to the left. I'm past my left hand. One more exhale. And I'm gonna bring it back. Whew. Okay, now that left side is really worked. The left oblique really worked. Bring that block under the right knee. I really like blocks under the knees, folks. They really are nice for support. And so if you need to, you can always rotate your fingers outwards here. Change how your wrists are holding you up. Let's take a breath in. Remember, as we're breathing in, we're not trying to just breathe from the front of our bodies, but around the rib cage, into the shoulder blades, okay? Inhale. Exhale as we blow the air out. Let's hug the left hip in. When we do that, you should really feel the right side of your body, the right side of your obliques kick in. Inhale. I'm going to push that left knee down. As I exhale, try to hug the right hip up and in even more. Let's switch. Inhale. Push the right knee down into the block. Exhale. The left side hugs up and in. Notice how this side feels. Inhale, we switch. Exhale. Left knee presses down, right hip hugs in. Like we are right here, just before. It just feels a little different. One more. Exhale. Hold here. And then hover the left foot off the ground. Take a breath. Exhale. And we try to hug that left femur into the hip socket even more. One more breath. Exhale. And inhale, release it, let it go. If you want, you can put the block this time in between the thighs. As I lift the feet up, feet go to the right this time and down. So already initiating that curve in the spine. Hands walk to the right. It's very little bit. It's not a lot. And my hands are still under my shoulders. Why? Because my torso came along for the ride. Okay, so instead of, if you look at me, instead of being here, like straight on my mat, I'm here instead. Okay, last little bit on the hands and knees. So full extension. If we start here, let's take a breath in. Exhale, they tuck. Segmenting in through flexion. Inhale, extension. Piece by piece, let's start at the tail. Exhale. Try to keep your weight into the center of your body in between knees and hands. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Beautiful, and let that go. We keep the hips where they are, the hands where they are. And we're gonna reach the left hand over to the right. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And from here, I'm gonna really think about hugging my hip towards my shoulder. See what happens when you tuck your tailbone under a little bit. Two more rounds of breath. You can always come onto the forearm and see what that feels like. One more round of breath. And slowly, gently allow yourself to sit back into your child pose, head to the ground. And bring your hands behind you. Letting the shoulders gently fall forward. One more round of breath here. Beautiful. Keep the block in between the knees, and we're coming up into a high kneeling. So the tailbone is going to stay tucked under. I'm going to clasp my hands together behind my back. As well, the swallows fly around my head. So I'm thinking about really keeping my palms or pushing my palms in towards one another. Okay, I don't care how open you are. You can be actively open if you want. It's going to be a challenge. If you have to let the shoulders relax, you can. But really think about the palms pressing in towards one another. Shoulder blades are going to go up, back, down, and forward, while trying to keep the palms pressing together. So a lot of work for the triceps and your delts as we're creating this big circle. We want to try to keep our elbows as straight as possible as well. If they have a micro bend, beautiful. But I don't want to see them bending and extending. Okay, all this movement is really coming from and happening in the scapula. Next time they're back, hold them back and down for a moment. Notice if your spine is expanding, keep your pelvis tucked under, abs engaged. Let's reverse it. Shoulders go up, forward, down, and back. Up, forward, down, and back. So we're reversing directions. Two more. It's also almost like you're hugging your body with the arms the entire time. Good job. Oof. And relax. Let that go. We're coming up now to stand, my dear friends. Okay, so We're going to continue this side bend work, this breathing work here. And I want us to do it the first round anyway. We'll do 2 rounds with the block in between our legs. We don't have to go super wide with our block this time. The closer the legs are together, the better. Okay, from here, I'm at a little catty corner because I want you to be able to see not just straight on or not just from the side, okay? So just so you can see. Softly bend the knees, okay? So it's like I'm in a very mini squat. And I'm gonna tuck the pelvis under. Arms come up, clasping the hands together. So I'm making this really close fist clasp. So I'm tucked under. I'm going to take an exhale to the right. You can look down slightly, like you're sniffing your armpit. That's going to help us kind of rotate the top shoulder down. Squeeze the block, you're going to feel your obliques. One more breath. Exhale. You're going to allow yourself to soften down. I'm reaching towards the floor. So I'm creating this really curve. My goal is to keep my pelvis tucked under. Think of that IAP breath. This one is active, like we're actively reaching down. Send your breath into your back body, into your ribs. You're trying to cave in more. Cave into your belly, the ribs more. Keep the knees soft. They aren't locked out. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Roll up slow. Keep the hands reaching down. So there's some gravitational pull there. Hi, back body, wow. And we're gonna do it the other side, the other direction too. So I'm gonna stay facing this way. When we do it the second round, we'll change. Okay, so up. Thumb, your left thumb is on top. I'm not sure if you had your right or left on top before, but for right now, we're left thumb on top, okay? Tuck the pelvis under. Take down a little bit. Notice I'm not here, I'm here. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Ooh, just got a nice crack in the back. Exhale. Down towards the armpit. Drop the shoulder down a bit. Inhale. Ooh, exhale. One more breath. Continue reaching down and eventually in center. And my weight is not in my heels here, it's forward. And look how rounded my spine is. I'm really trying to round as much as I can. Pelvis is soft. Exhale big. Connect to your abs. Inhale into the back body. Exhale. One more round of breath. Exhale. Can you reach down more? And on the following exhale, let's roll it up. Holy macaroni, beautiful. Remove your block. Ah, amazing. We are coming into whatever squat we have. Okay, so I'm gonna go feet wider. I'm gonna reach forward and I'm gonna sit on down. So if you're in a high squat, that's fine, that's beautiful. Just think about gently opening up, elbows into the knees, and opening up your spine, finding extension, spinal extension. So pulling the chest forward, the head softly back. Just take a moment, take a breath here. We were like super tight, like the entire time with the knees pulling in into that block. One more breath. Let's see if we can come up the way we came down. So reach the arms forward. Press down, strong. We come straight up. All right, no block this time, and we'll go a little faster. We won't spend as long of a breath, but we still want to think of the same rounds of breathing here. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna slightly turn this way this time. Arms come up. Right thumb is over. So right thumb is over. It might feel weird. Sit down. Soften the tail. Take a breath. Exhale. To the right. Look down slightly. Let's drop this left rib cage down a bit. Keep reaching your arms forward. One more breath. Exhale. Start to keep reaching over towards and down your right pinky toe. Eventually in towards center. One breath. Exhale, make it good. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Rolling it up. And up. And up. Oh, pretty fast. And up. Like I said, a little shorter in the second round. Other side, come up. Right thumb on top, still this time. Soften your knees. Tuck the pelvis. Really reach. And leave. Inhale. Exhale, right shoulder drops down. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh, I'm feeling it all the way down into that right booty cheek well. Exhale, start to make your way down towards the left pinky toe. And eventually towards center. Can you keep your knees soft, the tailbone tucked under? Notice, are we getting lower? On the following exhale, we roll up. Inhale. Exhale, roll. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, nice. Super good job, my friend. That was our IAP breath with the lateral side of our body. Hopefully we can breathe a little deeper into our back body and rib cages. Hopefully we feel our abs after all of that work as well. Thank you so much.